Hello and welcome to the Dutch Inn channel. It's Thursday the 4th of April 2024, just approaching 20 past 9 in the evening, and we're going to look through at the selections tomorrow in the UK. But just as it seems to be happening every day, this rain is not letting up, and Wetherby has been abandoned for tomorrow. So if I had known this a long time ago today, I would have added, say, Dundalkin, but all I've managed to get done is Fontwell, Lingfield and Musselburgh. And I had obviously done Wetherby as well, so I thought I'd just limit it to the UK racing. So yeah, a bit of a lack of racing again in this country, but I don't know when this rain's going to stop. It's just getting worse and worse. And obviously the ground's getting worse and worse. So we're going to start with Fontwell tomorrow. And then the first race there, the 140, I'll go for Piper's Cross. And then we've got Go Gennard and Caught in a Spell. They will be my three tips in that first race. And what I've been saying on my last video, the results show that I do every evening. I think we had two favourites and a joint favourite win today. That's been it. And you can see from what I give in the evening, I always say, oh, that's favourite, that's second favourite. And of course, these horses don't end up being favourites. And there's just a lot of strange results at the moment. Then we'll move into the 210. And this is most probably going to be my best bet tomorrow. I say it is. We'll have to go through these because I haven't really looked at it. But Dicey Riley in the 210 seems to be my shortest price. And there, again, it's a favourite, but they're not winning. Then we'll move into the 240. And as you know, I've not changed my system or nothing, but I'm just making sure that all the races now that I do, make sure the horses have run 3 times. So the next race at Fontwell is the 420. We've gone for Double Click and Our Pink Lady. And you look at this race here and you think to yourself, well, this has to be a no race. But you're right, this one is. All right, look. Okay, no form on these ones at all. We've got no idea how that's going to run. The betting is the only thing that tells you, but of course, they will get it wrong as well. So we'll move into the 310. And in the 310, we've got a horse called Touch Tight that is running here. And you can see from the last 3 races that these are all point to points. Again, no ranking, no form, no nothing. So that'll be another race that we miss out. And moving into the 345, we've got a horse here that's only run twice. Okay, so that's going to be another race that I rule out. And we're going to go down to the last race, which is where I've given a couple of selections of Double Click and Our Pink Lady. Although we've gone against a favourite here, there is an even money favourite in it of Ruler Legend, which we've given to come third. But of course, on the day, it's all about what prices they are on the exchange to how many I bet on. But the second and third selection are the ones I've given there. So now we're going to move on to our second meeting, which is Lingfield. And I just scraped a profit at Lingfield today, but it has just been one of those days again. I say we've all got to pick up soon. I'm sure that nobody is doing any good out there. Only the ones that text me the days they're winning and not the days they're losing, or they text me in the evening what they backed. Give us these so I can read them out in the morning for what you've done for the afternoon. All right, that's what I do on here, so everybody can see what I'm picking out in advance. I'm not saying that I'm the best tipster out there by far. Last month I had a very good month, but I can't keep looking in the past. We are where we are at the moment, and I'm sure that if you're a favourite backer, this month you've already gone under, whereas I haven't, don't forget. Because there has been so few favourites, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying all I back is favourites, because you can see by my selections that I don't. So it's just the way things are at the moment. People don't understand. They think you can come on here and just throw out winners on a daily basis. I only wish I could. So into the 2 o'clock, we have got a 16-runner field here, but I didn't think on the all-weather you could have a 16-runner race. I thought, let's have a look, because I thought the maximum was something like 14 in a race like this. I can't see anything there at the moment, but I'm sure maybe, those two at the bottom there are not reserves or anything. Maybe they've increased the amount of runners for these races. Right, so I'm going here for Largo Bay, Louisiana Bay, Curtis, and Velvet Vulcan maybe beat the heat with 16 runners here. And if we look down at the betting, we've got Louisiana Bay, we've got Largo Bay. So the first two in the betting there that we've got. But these are the races that I like. Maybe not 16 runners, maybe 12 is the kind of race I like, where you can end up betting 5 or 6 horses and you're on that even money chance of winning. Then in the 230, you can see from the field there, that's not going to be a bet. And what I've done now, I don't even bother putting those gaps in. Our next betting race will be the 330. So the 3 o'clock, there's another horse in that. You can see that's only ran twice. But of course, I could get up in the morning, that could join Wonder Smile as a non-runner, and then I would have to do that race. Then into the 330, this was going to be our next betting race, and I've gone for Damia, Dream of Kida, Unavailable, and Falmouth Boy. And I do murder some of these names, because when I hear them on the racing in the afternoon, they don't sound anything like I've said them. So let's have a look at the betting in the 330. We can see that Falmouth Boy is favourite, Damia, Unavailable. So the ones I'm giving, I'm not giving sort of like, and I don't want to tempt fate here, I'm not giving another jack at 50 to 1, and then I'm saying, sorry, we've lost more money because these horses aren't winning. I'm giving horses that maybe, depending on how many runners there are to begin with, that I'm giving selections that are maybe first 3 in the betting or within the first 4 or 5 in the betting. It's not as if I'm giving these horses that have got no hope at all. And then we'll move into our next betting race, which will be the 405. And we've got Arthur's Realm, City of York, and Enthused. So we'll have a look here. Arthur's Realm, City of York, first 2 in the betting. So you can see at some point I've got to have a great day. I remember one day I was sitting here, it's not not recent. And there was just 2 meetings, Lingfield and Chelmsford. And I managed, there was 13 handicaps. And I came through and had all 13 winners. But it's very, very hard and remote that you're going to have that. But I would need something like that to turn this situation around straight away. But I don't need to do it straight away. What I set out to do is have 2 more winners than losers on a daily basis. So when you're 11 down, I'll be happy to sit here for the next week and just get them 2 winners extra every day just to take the losses off bit by bit. That's why I give myself a 3-month period to do it all, because I know realistically that just mud punters like ourselves, or whatever you want to call us, because you're not a professional punter, it's a made up job that. Right, into the 440, we've got Hannah's Return, Admirable Lad, and Nordic Glory. So we'll have a look at where they show up. And Hannah's, did I say Hannah's? I thought I said Hannah's Lad. It might be me on that one. Yeah, Hannah's Return, Admirable Lad, and Nordic Glory. So again, we've got 1 here as the favourite. We've got a 3rd favourite, a 5th favourite. So again, you know, these selections have got half chance of winning. And then as we move to the 5:15, we've got a non-runner here in Via Blanca. And Via Blanca, I will do this overnight anyway. So I've given here, it was only a 7-horse race, now it's down to 6. Go Go Ubari and Millie the Molly. And we can see here it's quite an open race, 3-1 the field. I've got a 9-2 shot and 11-2 shot. They're only between 3-1 and 11-2, all 6. So that's going to be a tough race, but we'll see how we get on with that. So that is Lingfield. I quite like Lingfield there tomorrow. And then it's this meeting at Musselburgh that I don't really care about, to be honest. I don't like this meeting. Something's just telling me about it. And of course, this could well be abandoned as well, because we had the flat meeting on Saturday, but I mean, the course may be a different one here anyway. I'm surprised they haven't got an inspection. Right, so the first race we go into, another one where we're not going to have 3 lines of form, so we can forget that one. And then we're going to go into the 5:05, which you can see is our first betting race. Got 14 going to post for this. And there's quite a lot of winners already in it. And I don't like to see races where you've got 4 or 5 runners maybe that have won last time out. And in this race, for instance, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 5 horses that have won last time out, all going against each other. And I don't really like these races, but we've got Sunday Soldier, Autumn Return, It Up, Could Be Trouble. So they're the 4 that I'll give there for tonight. And then when we look on the betting, we can see that again, you can see that I've got the favourite there, Sunday Soldier. I've got It Up, Autumn Return. So as I said, we're not sitting there and I'm going to, I've got Blame a Rosa there to win, and Moonlight Glory and Cinderella there, my 3 there. You'll be thinking, I don't know why I bother. Right, because you'd be right. But now one of those will go and win the race. Right, then we go into the 5:40. And again, it looks good enough to bet in, but I look at all the ones against all the horses there. And I thought, does this look competitive? We've gone for Balboa, Tiori, and Latin Verse. So we'll have a look again at the betting for this race. And Latin Verse is joint 2nd favourite. And then just after that, we got that Tiori. And that was about it. I don't know what the other one was, can't see it. Oh yeah, Balboa. Oh yeah, that was the other joint second favourite. So again, I've got these selections that are all up there in the betting. And then we're going to go into the 6-10. And we've got Curly Finger, Champ Royal, and Velasco. So we'll just drag that down to have a look at the betting. And again, you can see that we're not sitting there on the 100 to 1 outsider and all the big outsiders. We've got realistic chances to win the race. And then we'll move into the 640. We've got some big fields here tomorrow night, which is the plus point. And we've got Scots Poet, Cuban Cigar, Doofken, and Final Edgar. And as we look there, Scots Poet's right up there, Cuban Cigars up there as well, Final Edgar. So again, we've got very good chances. So when I look at Lingfield and then I look at Musselburgh, I think to myself, I could go through both cards tomorrow, but you need so much luck to go with it. And then as we move down to the 7-10, and that, I think, looking at it, is that going to be our last one? Yeah, because I was thinking about Dundalk. So yeah, this will be the last one. And we've got Good Times, Bad Times, Isholo de Vivienne, and Jack Hammer. So we'll see where those three come up in the betting. And you can see the last race is going to be a no bet, so we'll forget that one. And there's the favourite we've got. So straight away, we've got so many great chances. And this is what I seem to be picking out on a daily basis. As I said to you, I'm not picking out these big rank outsiders where they're either falling or getting pulled up at the second or third flight. We've got realistic chances in every race that we bet on. And yeah, I've had some really big winners in the last week, but at the end of the day, the figures don't lie. So we are sitting where we deserve to be after 4 days of the month. But if I get back to that and we look at an 11-point loss in 4 days, the average is only £2.75 per day losses to a £1 stake. Right? So if I could go in the betting shop and have as many bets as I do on a daily basis, and they're all for £1, and I come out the betting shop losing £2.75, I'm not disheartened. Right? We all like to win, but when you look at it and break it down, to lose £2.75 to a pound 4 days running, and you think to yourself, well, I'm £11 down, it's nothing in real terms. But to pull 11 bets back, or 11 times £1 stake, for me to get 11, I've got to get 11 winners to get that back. And if I'm averaging 57%, which I was, and even all the way through March, I was still hitting that until the last 2 days. You know, we're still on track, and all I need is to get those average of 2 winners per day. And I'm not saying 2 winners, that's 2 winners more than you have losers. So we've got, I think it's 18 races tomorrow. So if you win 9 races, you're going to lose 9, right? But there's not going to be any profit or any loss. So if you got out tomorrow and you said, right, I need 10 winners, those 8 losers a difference of 2. And those 2 winners would give you 2 points. If you were doing it for £1, it would give you £2. As I'm doing £50, it would give you £100 profit. It just looks worse when you see the big figures. But when you see you've lost £2.75 a day to a £1 stake, no one's going to get depressed over that. So it's just, we have to sit through this period. I'm not someone that's going to say, I'll turn YouTube off, I'm not doing it no more, I can't handle the losing. I can handle the losing. I've done it for years and years. This is my full-time profession. But don't get me wrong, it's not a professional gambler. I'm nowhere near that. All I want to do is stay afloat and to try and win a certain amount of money per month. So if I'm out to get 2 winners per day, that's 60 winners over the course of a month, which to £50 is £3,000 per month. Which when you break it down, it's only £750 a week. But remember, that's take home. Right? But I do enough hours per day, maybe 15 hours per day, to get to that figure. So if you need to break yours down and you just need £150 a week, which is a fifth of what I aim for, then your stakes are only going to be £10 instead of 50. So this is where you can say to yourself, well, a bit of extra money, I could do £10. But remember, if you've got £10, now over these last 4 days, you've lost £27.50 per day. But how far can you go to keep losing £27.50 per day? Because that's you £110 down now for your £10. But with all these selections that you see that I'm giving, they are not. They are realistic. They're realistic horses that can win that race. Right? We're not coming out with stuff where we might as well just go and put the money down the drain. They're there. They're there in the betting, and I know they've got a good chance of winning. So sometimes you just need that extra luck going your way. But they're the selections for tomorrow. And let's hope this weekend, because there'll be enough racing, let's hope we can get enough bets on and get enough winners to move back in front. We'll have one of those days shortly anyway. So good luck with whatever you're betting on tomorrow. And if you've got any comments or you've got any selections you want to give, try and give them in advance to me. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I get people come on here and they go, oh, I backed that today and I backed this and I backed this. And then they'll contact me in about 4 days' time and they'll go, oh, I've done that and I've done that. But I never see a loser. All right? This is why I show you every single day the winners and the losers. And yeah, I'm having a bad time. I don't want to bring March in, because if I bring March in, I've got to bring the losers and I've got to bring the profits. So I'm only going back 4 days and that's it. That's where we are. Let's see if we can push on and get to a profit. I believe we will, and it won't be long. So anyway, happy punting, look through, and if you see anything you fancy tomorrow in advance, then give us a shout on those. Otherwise, sleep well.